you have to pay if it was a business radio, if it was a radio
Personal.
just personal for pleasure or something, and you had to pay those taxes.
And they knew, so they knew when they came to your house.
Now here you don't pay taxes on radios.
No, absolutely.
You see?
But there, they came to your house and said, "We know you have one radio.
That's exactly it.
Point to it, so we can."
Right.
How did how were your parents reacting? Was
I
there?
wonder sometimes,
Yeah,
because they was, when it comes to things like that, I was young. I didn't know.
Sure.
I didn't realize, but my parents, I'm sure, realized.
Absolutely. And were they becoming more concerned, obviously, as these restrictions kept pounding down?
Yes, because they were trying to emigrate
to Israel.
It
or
doesn't matter, anywhere.
Anywhere that didn't have this.
We were trying, at least I was trying to go to Shanghai for a while.
Shanghai.
And then I applied to go to Israel, but then this was too late.
Sure.
And, my grandmother got sick, and she started crying that Daddy and my father would leave and not take care of her and so on. So we stayed, and sure enough, we were the first ones that were put into a concentration camp. I'm not the first one, the second one, that were
second
group that went to Theresienstadt.
So the restrictions had become basically strangling, had become to the point where they were telling you when to get up, but for the most part, I mean, what to do, when to do it, when what you could. They were. Did you know?
So in other words, the school, stopped.
For everybody or just you? For the Jewish kids.
For the Jewish kids.
Okay.
Stopped, and they closed up the gymnasium, and that's when we organized the children, always 7 of them, and had private lessons by an elderly student.
And that was at your apartment?
That was in my apartment, and next day we had it in a different apartment, and we went to different, so it's not noticeable if all these kids go up the staircase and somebody might see them.
Was there a pretty heavy guard presence in your town? The SS, were there?
Absolutely.
So they watched everything people did.
Absolutely.
And what about, for lack of a better word, like snitch? I mean, were there rewards if say the neighbor caught you guys doing something you shouldn't do, and they called up or they went and said, "Hey,
that's right.
They're having school," and they would get rewarded for that?
Yeah.
Oh, so there was. It's fair to say that being Jewish in your community became very intolerable.
Absolutely.
And the people that you used to associate with, or your parents used to associate with,
you were not allowed to do that anymore.
And did it almost it became almost a paranoia of these people, the people that you once called friend, that would meet on the street, go shopping with. Now to the point where not only were you not allowed to, but you were all.
But we didn't want to either.
Yeah, there would be a fear that.
You see,
please.
Am I correct in saying that when you lived in Czechoslovakia, the Jewish people, many of them spoke German already, and the Czechs did not?
That's
right?
True. That's true.
Why would that be?
I don't know.
They supported Hitler already before.
Yeah.
Before they took over.
Oh.
They already
so
had
the
their
Jewish
groups.
People did, or the?
No, the Germans. They had already prepared themselves to take over the country, and they had people in each town that they already. They try to get him.
Let's back down. So what you were saying was that there were the Jewish people spoke German, and the Czechoslovakian did not, or
fewer.
No, the Czechoslovakian people spoke Czech, and the German, who all of a sudden turned out to be German. They changed their color. They changed their whatever you want to call it.
Their hair.
They became Germans. Okay.
The Czechoslovakian German.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had these community eating places where they had
Restaurants?
not restaurants, right in the front of the train station.
Oh, okay, sure.
And they had big tables and benches and everything, and they had everything in one pot, they called it,
Uh-huh.
and they got free dinners. And
So basically what was going on is while everybody's living a happy life, the Germans were infiltrating, so to speak.
yeah.
Every town. They were
and
signing.
they got him because they were being promised.
And these were
They were promised that their lives will be better, that they will get gold and silver. And
now are these Czechoslovakians or
Czechoslovakians that turned to Germans.
Catholics or just didn't matter,
Didn't matter.
but not Jewish?
You see, as long if a Catholic that was very, because I knew one
Sure.
of my friend, a Catholic that was very, let's see, observant, also got a note to go into a camp and to work into a community. They didn't kill him yet, but to do some work. And the reason was, if you don't believe that Hitler is God, you know, then you are getting it.
So Hitler had almost elevated himself to a deity.
I call it, he absolutely hypnotized.
Did you ever hear him speak on the radio?
Yes, I did.
What were your thoughts of listening to him?
How
Was he
stupid.
was he was he that charismatic that he could just
Not to me.
No, not to you, obviously.
Not
but I
to
mean,
me.
he had to be able to convince an entire,
That's right. That's
race
it.
of people
Absolutely.
that not only
With
did
promises.
promises
And these where they have the food all in one pot, and they had this every week.
so this was a big
Sunday.
get together. Come on
That's
down.
exactly
Hitler's gonna
That's
use
right.
car sales you right into genocide, basically.
The best way to say it, he had the German people hypnotized.
So he was that. And now Germany
Very
was
powerful.
Germany had just gotten through the Treaty of Versailles. They were after World War I. They were beat into the ground. Their status in the world was non-existent. So the German people were all upset anyway. And now here comes this.
But this man, he gave the Germans back some self-respect.
Yeah, that's what he did. He
And
shows
that was a
up.
big thing.
He shows up.
Yeah.
And Germany is in political turmoil at the time. You had the parties were all screaming and yelling about what they need to do, and here comes this one fiery guy, and he says, not only are we going to get ourselves back on the world stage, but we're going to take it over. And
That's right.
and the German people went, yeah.
Okay, and who was the one that sold Czechoslovakia?
That's
Sure.
that's a beautiful question. Who was
Okay.
it?
It was an English person.
Uh-huh.
Kurt, who was that the English person that sold Czechoslovakia?
Churchill? No, I didn't understand your question.
Yeah, I believe so.
Who sold Czechoslovakia out to Hitler?
Churchill.
Churchill. They was just poor manipulation.
He promised them that if he takes the Sudetenland,
Uh-huh.
okay, that he will be satisfied. And Churchill believed him.